Welcome to episode 28 of Speak On It, the Marshall Falk episode, the Adrian Peterson episode. I looked this up today. It is the Ronaldo episode. It is the Darren Woodson episode. And I feel like I'm missing another important 28.
We said Adrian Peterson, Derrick Henry's 22. What was CJ2K? Was he 28?
I think CJ Johnson was 28. Let's see. As always, I'm your host, Danny Ocean. As always, joined by the smoothest man on the planet, Losty Mix. How you living, baby?
Hey, man. You already know when you see this Nas fade, it can only be one brother, the good brother, Losty Mix. Hey, man, we got a good slate today, and I'm ready to push some agendas today. Continue.
Yes, sir.
I was able to, watch a certain preseason game yesterday, and it was all I need to see, and I'm ready to push some agendas today. So you know how I'm moving. You know my energy coming into this.
I'm here. We here to push some agendas today.
I also want to, shout out all the folk who been listening, watching the show. Get back, mad loves to the people out here. We you know what I'm saying? We see y'all out here just showing love. We just out here kicking it, hanging, chit-chatting. We ain't doing nothing. But appreciate y'all hanging with us.
Absolutely. As always, this show is brought to you by goingfor2.com. Head over to goingfor2.com for all of your fantasy needs. Football season is back. Get your lineup straight, earn you some money, and maybe one day you'll be able to say you're as good as D-Mix and myself. What we got on slate tonight? What we talking about tonight, D?
Hey, people. Today, we chatting about the NFC West. We chatting about, the Diamond League Prefontaine Classic a little bit in the 100-meter dash for the women's. We talking about NBA Christmas Day a little bit, and then towards the end, we're gonna holler at the people with a little chat about, the Saints QB battle and the Patriots QB battle. I got some words I want to just throw out there for the Patriots QB battle.
Cool as always. If you talking to chat, we chat back. Yeah. Let's get this thing going.
All right, man. Listen, the NBA released its Christmas Day schedule, and the reigning MVP Nikola Jokic is not playing on Christmas Day, Danny. So this is the first time a league MVP hasn't played on Christmas Day since 2008. Does the NBA respect Jokic and the Nuggets? Danny Ocean, the floor is yours.
I think this is the NBA saying we wish LeBron never did that little cheap shot on Joel Embiid because he would have been the MVP and all this could have been avoided. I think the NBA respects Jokic. I just feel like they have a hard time marketing Jokic, which is kind of interesting. He kind of markets himself. He's a very interesting guy.
He's the Joker.
I feel like they don't know what to do with him, and I don't like it's confusing. The Nuggets are an exciting team. They're actual to me. You know how I feel about the Nuggets, but they legit top 4 team in the West when healthy. They could win a championship or they can make a run to the finals. I don't know why. Let me tell you something. The streets don't want to see Boston, Milwaukee on Christmas. Like, you could have very easily slid the Nuggets in there against someone on Christmas
Wait a minute. Who doesn't want to see young Jason Tatum? Come on. I'm not going to let you do that. I can't let you.
I would bump the Celtics for the reigning MVP. I think that's sort of the cachet you get with being the reigning MVP.
But Jason Tatum, he's a future MVP.
But he's not the MVP today.
Okay. Touche.
Like, I'd rather see Denver and Milwaukee on Christmas Day.
I'm not, I'm pretty sure there's a primetime game somewhere slated for that. I think that's going to get primetime attention. I just don't think that's going to be a Christmas Day prime time. I'm not necessarily upset with the Nuggets being left off the slate, because when you look at the teams that are playing them, these are teams with with players that, who doesn't want to see? I want to see Jason Tatum. I want to see Giannis. I think that's a future Eastern Conference Finals matchup waiting to happen at some point.
Oh, don't come in here pushing that Celtics slander. Don't push that Celtics agenda. We not here for that.
I need the Celtics and the Lakers to both be good again. Need it one time for the finals. But I digress. But I'm not upset with these matchups. And I think when you look at the slate, I mean, Atlanta and the Knicks, who doesn't want to see those two teams match up again in the Garden? You got Boston, Milwaukee. That's like in the 2 p.m. slate. So that's a good game if you like. Maybe you doing something, but maybe you not. So you want to keep a game on. See, the Nuggets, Milwaukee. They are probably going to want to put it in Denver. It's going to be. You don't want to see that late at night. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
That's okay. Fair. So okay, and then you got the prime time evening game when you're getting to the bar or you hanging or you booling, you cooling. That's Golden State at Phoenix. Suns and foe guy. He got to be there, and I'm gonna need him to have prime seats, right? Then you got the game of the night, the prime time game that everyone going. That's the prime time link up spot 2. Link up time. Nets at Lakers, KD versus Bron. Come on now. No one, we saw that one coming. And then you end in the night with Luka.
Yes, sir.
Versus the Jazz. Now, I bet you it came down to, they were going to put Luka in regardless. It was
yes, they were.
Luka versus the Nuggets or Luka versus the Jazz.
Luka versus his victim, whoever he feel like beating up that night.
Nah, you knew they wasn't gonna let Luka not play. He too big now. He $200 million man. Hey, you got to get him. They
earn this money, pimp.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's the MVP next year. We'll talk about the NBA later, but they need the upcoming MVP on prime time too.
I like Luka, and you putting me in these interesting positions. Let's continue. Let's continue. So look, I know we were just talking about all these Christmas Day games. Mm-hmm. Were any of them that I mentioned on your definitely got to see radar?
So I actually ranked them from least interesting to the most interesting.
I know what your number one's gonna be.
Yeah. Oh no, actually, I have a surprise for you. So the game I have no desire to watch at all, or I don't care about, is Boston, Milwaukee. I really don't care. Golden State, Phoenix. Okay. Atlanta, New York.
Healthy. That's an interesting matchup. Like
it is.
Clay
I'm not there yet, though.
Left against CP3 and Book.
I'm just here to watch Steph put CP3 in the blender because that's why we watch Steph versus CP3 to see what Steph's going to do to Chris Paul, right? Because there have been a couple of highlights where Steph has gotten them.
Nah, don't act like CP3 ain't gotten his though. Pause.
He has. Oh, he has. But the level of his get back is not at the same level of Steph's. Like Steph has made him a meme like twice.
You act like CP3 ain't really done his thug fizzle when needed. You know what? Don't get me started. I'm excited. I don't know. I gotta disagree with you on having it second least interested.
Second least. I mean, and then for me, it's the third is Atlanta at the Knicks. I hope Trae Young puts on a show. That's the gift. That's our gift on Christmas, is watching Trae Young torch the Knicks in the Garden and taunting the crowd. That's what I want. That's what I want for Christmas more than anything. And then second on my list is Dallas, Utah. I'm very intrigued by this game, but it has absolutely nothing on Brooklyn and LA. That's the game. That might be the game. That's the most interesting game on Christmas. I don't care what. If I miss anything else, I'm watching Bron.
I ain't missing this.
I'm saying this is the one game I'm not going to miss.
Yeah, look, man. KD and Bron, they're going to guard each other. Pause. Then you're going to put AD. They're going to put AD on KD a little bit. Come on now. And then Bron going to have to guard a little Kyrie, a little James Harden. Then we're going to put or we're going to put Westbrook on James Harden all night. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm going to rank mine from interesting to least interesting since you did the opposite way.
Okay.
Obviously, my number one is the Lakers versus the Nets. Come on now. Both healthy? Oh, yeah. I need that one. Yes. So, hey, someone going to have a triple-double. I'm going to need a little cash money talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need Russ to come out there with that Russ-like energy. See, look, you see the difference in me now is I've gotten on a little bit more prepared for this Westbrook season. The more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yo, I might be with the Brody.
Of course you talked yourself into him. Why wouldn't you? You're a Laker fan.
Yeah, it's all I'm saying. It's my second most interesting game. Listen, it's the noon game. The Knicks hosting the Hawks. Give me noon Trae Young giving them buckets. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like Kemba ain't gonna come back with his own. That's all I'm saying. I'm excited. I think that's a good second. I think that's the second most interesting matchup of the day. Third, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Boston and Milwaukee.
Dog. See now you're starting to be disrespectful. But keep going. Keep going.
Listen, you have the reigning Finals MVP versus a future hopeful Finals MVP in Jason Tatum. I like Jason Tatum. I like this matchup. I think it's a good 2 p.m. matchup. Fourth, come on now. The Splash Brothers against the reigning Western Conference champions. Come on. Golden State versus Phoenix. I like that. I like that matchup. And yeah, my least interesting matchup of the day is the Mavs at the Jazz. Look, man.
You put Luka at the bottom of the list?
Look, it's because I know what's about to happen. Luka about to come out here and get them boys about a 50 piece. The Jazz gonna keep it interesting. Jazz at the end, probably. Come on, man.
You put the 2022-2023 MVP last.
Fam, we in 2021.
I'm sorry, you're right.
We are like listen to yourself. Listen to this delusion. We are in 2021.
The MVP for next year, the regular season, it's going to be Luka. It's time. We're not here to preview the NBA season, but it's time. That's not going to change from now until October. Luka's going to be the MVP next year.
Why don't you worry about the Eagles in the NFC East first before you worry about
Jalen is cooking.
There we go.
I am okay.
I shouldn't have said nothing, people. I shouldn't have said nothing.
Jalen is cooking. We fine over here, baby. We good.
Who do you think scores the most points on Christmas Day? Who scores the most points across all?
Definitely Golden State and Phoenix.
No, I'm talking about a player across all.
Player? Ooh, who gives us the Christmas special? I'm gonna go with Trae Young.
Ooh.
I'm going with Trae. I feel Trae gonna be feeling spicy in New York. That's his first time going to the Garden since the playoffs. And I hope he's sending them home sad and upset.
Okay. Yo, this is gonna be a reach, a stretch. I like Giannis for a 50 piece. 50
I can see that.
Or double. Comes out at the 2 p.m. game. He's like, "Oh, y'all ain't watching? Watch this. Bullies him for a 50 piece.
I can live with that. That'd be cool. I'd like to watch Giannis dismantle the Celtics.
Giannis. Like, okay. Like, state your claim. Hey, if they bring him back everyone except PJ Tucker and a few other pieces, just saying, man.
It doesn't matter because Brooklyn is healthy.
Well, they got to stay healthy.
It don't matter if Brooklyn healthy. The East don't matter. It's the Brooklyn. Everyone else is the Magic.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, hey, we still got to respect the reigning champs.
That's true.
We respected the previous reigning champs as such.
The Mickey Mouse champs? I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding. That ring is legit. I'm not one to rain on rings.
It's funny
every ring is legit.
It's just funny how your team was in said Mickey Mouse bubble. And you was pretty confident about that team.
I just said that all rings count. I'm not a person to dilute a ring.
Make sure some other things we know. Make sure some other things we know.
You know.
Make sure some other things we know.
Just know LeBron better get his before Luka decides the league is his. LeBron better get his ring this year because Luka on the way. Luka here.
Here we go.
All right, man. What else?
Listen, we on to a little bit of track and field. So as you may have known, Sha'Carri Richardson competed in her first race since her Olympic ban was lifted. In her 100-meter dash at Eugene, she finished last in her heat, last in her race. But sticking to her script and sticking to her normal self. She was very confident in her interview. She didn't seem really worried about her future and what that may hold, especially as you look to the World Championships next year, and then the future, and then the Olympics in a few other years. So Danny, question: was it one bad race that came at a big meet, or do you think she can maybe be in trouble as we head into the World Championships next summer in Eugene?
I think she just had a bad day. She looked like, I'm not a track and field expert, that is your forte, but to me, she looks like a girl who had a break and who's going through some things. I'm not worried about her at all. Like, what makes a great wrestler? What makes a great heel a great heel?
They stick to the script.
They talk that shit no matter what's happening. And that's what she is. She is evolving into a heel, and I love it. I love her mentality. I love her energy. It doesn't matter if you just lost the belt. You still the best in the world. Talk your cash. I love it.
Yeah. It's funny. I'm gonna just sidebar here about heels, but like when I think about some of the funniest bars that were ever dropped were by heels because they're just talking. Like, come on, Stone Cold's heel run, hilarious. Like, hilarious. The Rock's hilarious. Edge, Randy Orton. I mean, you think back when Booker T, Triple H. Come on now. Like
John Cena was never a heel, but I feel like he was as close to a heel as he's going to get with this Roman Reigns match that just passed. Like, his promo last week was just like he's been dropping heat since he came back.
Look, John know what he be doing. Everyone knows. Everyone's gotten past that John Cena-esque look and seen him in some movies where he's been a little bit more vulgar. Now it's allowing him and his character to really talk his shit a little bit more. And I liked it. Going back to Suicide Squad, it was a good movie. People out here, some people wanted to be haters because that's what haters do. They hate.
Yes, they do. Some people are realists. And Vince, before we end the sidebar, you're not just going to get away with treating Bianca like that. We deserve better. The streets deserve better than what you did to Bianca at SummerSlam.
I think so.
AEW brings back CM Punk, and Vince says, you know what we're going to do? We're going to squash the woman who's been carrying the division for 4 months, and we're going to bring back Brock Lesnar. You're losing, dog. Treat Bianca the right way.
Hey, people, my man said we losing recipes.
You done fumbled too many black stars. Don't fumble Bianca. Sasha looking for a way out.
You think so?
She was looking for a way out earlier this year. Vince. And now you're going to feed Bobby Lashley to 40,000-year-old Goldberg in Saudi Arabia. Don't you fumble the bag on these black superstars.
Is that the next pay-per-view, the one in Saudi Arabia?
I think that's the next big event. I don't know if it's the next pay-per-view. I just know there's probably going to be a rematch, and Goldberg's probably going to win in Saudi Arabia. Don't you do that to us, Vince. Give Bianca her belt back. Becky ain't wrestled in a year and a half. You tell me she's going to run in the ring and do her little 2 moves and win like that? No, sir. It don't work like that.
On the man. That's
No. Bianca.
Nah, I love me some Bianca Belair too. Don't get me wrong. Don't get my message misconstrued here, my brother. I love me some Bianca Belair. I'm just saying Becky Lynch.
If the only thing that would have made this work,
cup of milk.
Come on, dog.
Milk all American. Excuse me, milk all American. First team all milk.
The only thing that would have made that moment worse is if it were Black History Month.
So first team all milk. 2 years.
Treat Bianca right.
2 years in a row. Vince, treat her right. But back to the original question about Sha'Carri Richardson. I think, I'm with you. I think this was just a bad race. We all have them. I think, if you've been a track and field runner before, sometimes, some days you're on and some days you're off. You got to think about everything this woman has been through, in the last month or so. She's very well still in that grieving process. So I think there's a lot on her mind. But I think, hopefully as, this next indoor and outdoor season comes around, she's able to take the time needed to, really process this. And, she's going to be right back doing what she's doing. But, I also don't want to shift the narrative and shift the conversation away from the winning time was 10:54.
Yes.
People, that's the second fastest time ever. And she's rolling. Let me tell you something. Man. Listen. Who she beat me in a race.
Dog.
She beat me in a race. Hey.
Help us, Jesus.
Nah, don't help us, Jesus. Help me. Look, listen. What Mystical say? You ever see you in the woods? You see me fighting the bear? Help the bear? No, I'm saying no. Help me. Help me. Damn it! Don't help the bear. Help me. Help me. Help me. Damn it.
Treat Bianca right.
Shit. Yo, that conversation we was in between track, WWE. Hey, listeners, like, where are we going?
Like, when I tell you how heated I was when Bianca lost the belt like that, because Sasha couldn't, I don't know if she had COVID, but she couldn't perform. So Becky just comes out and hits 2 moves and beats her at SummerSlam like that? No, dog.
So, okay, another question I have about SummerSlam. Well, how did you feel about Roman Reigns, John Cena, Brock Lesnar?
The right decision was made. We know John Cena wasn't going to be there long term. So Roman should have put Roman over, and he did. And I've been very clear about this. I never want to see Brock Lesnar in the ring again. Get these old dudes out of here.
I think you ended a pod on that.
I know. I think I did. Like, I don't want to see Brock Lesnar. I don't want to see Undertaker. Edge is on his way out. Get these old dudes out of here.
Seth Rollins had a good match, though.
I'm just saying, like, that's why I said Edge is on the way. Like, I'll give Edge some slack. But Vince's answer to something big is Brock Lesnar. Nah, dog. The streets, Brock can't wrestle 7 minutes. What match you put him on Sunday Night Heat? For those of you who remember Sunday Night Heat.
Hey, chill out.
Brock Lesnar does not need to be anywhere near a championship belt. He doesn't need to hit Goldberg too. Goldberg almost drawing Social Security. Goldberg don't need to be anywhere near him.
Yo, so are you saying that if Goldberg came back and had another championship run, you would not watch the WWE for a while, along with Brock Lesnar also eventually beating Roman Reigns, setting up a champions versus champions, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series match?
Let me tell you something. If that does happen at Survivor Series, don't go to the bathroom, because by the time you come back, that match is going to be over. Those dudes can't carry a match for nothing. Don't get water. Don't change the baby, because by the time you come back, that match is going to be over.
Hey, I'm tripping. Yo. Now, what is there? You think there's any FanDuel odds on the likelihood of Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg at Survivor Series? You know, Survivor Series is in November. That plan could happen. I'm
sure.
Yeah.
Vince will have nothing more to have to, so he can interrupt and challenge for the belt. Now you can just have a 3-way pinochle clash.
Yo, if they have Brock Lesnar and Goldberg holding different titles, fighting each other at Survivor Series, like, we might be walking dead ass back into a time machine.
We be dead ass walking to AEW and watch CM Punk, because that's what I'll be doing. Because his debut, the CM Punk comes out and he puts over young talent. Brock Lesnar comes out and he's gonna squash young talent. That's the difference.
Hey man, Vince said the money talk. These fans not gonna walk. Is he not? Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong, but does he not know who walked out in Chicago last week?
He said
Street's looking for a change, man.
He said to be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Hey, they on the way. Let Sasha go.
I like it though. I like CM Punk. I love CM Punk. Watching that. If you watch it, when you watch it, you just felt the energy. I'm like,
felt the energy. When the last time you seen that energy in a WWE arena?
Shoot.
New Orleans WrestleMania when Daniel Bryan beat Triple H?
Nah, I was you talking about? That's like 20. You going back 2014? Now I went to a show that was full of live energy.
That kind of energy?
Well, it was when Becky Lynch really became the man. That's when she broke her nose.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I was at that show. It was in Kansas City. Yeah,
Wow,
that was a good show.
that was
Brock Lesnar came out.
Oh yeah, is that doing the commercial? Because don't nobody care about Brock Lesnar.
Nah, that was during the live section.
Get Brock Lesnar out of wrestling.
Hey, all right, man. Now we can shift back to a sport that is on its way back. We got some fantasy league drafts coming up. I'm
Yes, sir.
ready to handle business. So I know, over the last couple of weeks, we've been previewing, different divisions in the NFL. This week, we have the NFC West that consists of the Seattle Seahawks, Arizona Cardinals, San Francisco 49ers, and the LA Rams. So Danny Ocean, how about we start off with your each team's record and your division winner? Holla at me. Speak on it.
So first and foremost, this is going to be the most competitive division in all of football, top to bottom. And I'm probably going to have to redo this now that I've got more knowledge of what's happening in the division. So these records sound a little outlandish, but I might sit down and redo this again. So I have the Los Angeles. I'm going worst to best. I have the Rams at 8-9, and I have them at 1-5 in the division. And I think we are at the time, and I'm going to stick to this.
Excuse me.
Sean McVay has been hiding behind Jared Goff as the reason he hasn't been successful. And we about to find out that Sean McVay is a fraud. He going to look real spooky in the light.
Yo, are you dead ass with this take?
No, I'm kidding. But I do think someone had to lose the division, and for me, it was the Rams. It could very easily be the Rams win the division, and I'd be completely wrong. This is the most competitive division.
I ain't going to interrupt no more. Go ahead.
Seattle in third place at 12-5, 3-3 in the division. The Cardinals, y'all have talked me into Kyler Murray. Don't make me regret this. I got the Cardinals 13-4, 5-1 in the division. Do not make me regret believing in Kyler Murray. And then the division champ, the San Francisco 49ers, 14-3, but 3-3 in the division. Now, I looked at the 49ers schedule today, and the only two teams not in the division that scare me, 2 games, are you guys. They play you guys on a Sunday night, the Packers, and they play the Titans. Other than that, that schedule outside of the division, it's like the Raiders, the Colts. It's games that they can win and win easily. Like Trey Lance, give him the start. Let's get this train rolling.
I think that's blasphemous. I'm good. I think that order is blasphemous.
Okay. What do you have? What's so funny?
Yeah, you got the Rams finishing in dead last. I ain't got them winning either, but you got them finishing in dead last.
Who you got finishing in dead? Someone got to be 4th place.
All right. So going from worst to best in the division, and at the bottom of the division going 8-9, I have the San Francisco 49ers.
Word?
I think they're going to struggle with Jimmy G. Transition over to Trey Lance, and it's going to take them a while to kind of get things going. But I think they're going to close the year out strong and finish 8-9. Finishing third in the division, I have them going 0-6 in division games.
Dog, you
third in the division at 10-7. I have the Los Angeles Rams. I have them having the best actual division record at 5-1, which is going to be part of the reason why I'm going to have them having the 6th seed in the playoffs.
Okay.
6th seed. Second in division, I have 11-6 record, the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
I have them getting the first wild card spot, and I have them with a 3-3 divisional record. And the division winner, I actually have them with the same exact record as the Seattle Seahawks at 11-6, but having a 4-2 divisional record and winning the division, the Arizona Cardinals.
So another interesting fact for me, this is the only division where I have 3 teams making the playoffs.
I do as well. I have the Cardinals being the number 1 overall seed.
Wow. So you were really drinking the Kyler Murray juice.
No, I just think when you think of the 17 games, and I think when you think about how this division plays each other, I think it's going to just come down to who's able to win a couple games outside the division as well as win enough games inside the division. I think that really I have it as a 1-game difference between the division winner and third place, and 3 games between first and the last place. So I think this could all change just by some teams winning divisional games and other teams just not. I just think I think the team that wins the most games outside the division is likely going to be the winner of the division. And I have that being the Cardinals this year, along with probably that being it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
With all the weapons the 49ers have, the defense that they have.
Name them.
Well, we will once we're gonna get to our
Brandon Ayuk,
Trey Sermon. You said George Kittle, right? They got the best left tackle in the game in Trent Williams.
Yeah, I need Trey Sermon to prove himself a little bit in regular season.
How hard is it for a running back to prove themselves?
You got to do it first.
Wow. I didn't realize you were so low. Even with the defense, like Bosa's coming back. Like that defense is nasty.
I just have them losing a lot of close games.
Okay.
Especially up at the beginning of the season. Then I think they're going to make the switch to Trey Lance, and then they're going to get hot, but they're going to miss out.
There should never be a switch to Trey Lance because Trey Lance should be starting today.
Let me tell you something. They're paying Jimmy G a lot of money. That brother's starting.
Do you want to win or do you want to make Jimmy G happy?
Is that your biggest storylines for this division?
No, my biggest storyline is kind of an overarching theme for this division is the coaching. Is Sean McVay the guy he says he is now that he has? Because remember, now that part I said was true. Like he hid behind Jared Goff. Like my offense can't work because Jared Goff is kind of trash. Well, you got Matthew Stafford. Like, are you the guy you say you are, or are you a fraud? Cliff Kingsbury. I didn't think he deserved the job to begin with. You couldn't win in the Big 12. You had Patrick Mahomes. What makes me think you can play? You can coach in the NFL just because you touched the hem of Sean McVay's playbook.
Yeah,
yo, I was not a fan of Cliff Kingsbury. Like he knew 3 of Sean McVay's plays, and the Cards was like, all right, you got the job. You got everything you need, champ. You got Kyler Murray year 3. You got DeAndre Hopkins. You've added AJ Green. Larry Fitzgerald's not he coming back. You got your defense, like you got everything you need. Are you the guy you said you were? I don't think so. I don't believe in Cliff Kingsbury. But I mean, I do. I think that team is too good not to win. But it's Cliff Kingsbury's year to prove himself.
What about
Pete Carroll?
Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan. He has the roster and he has the QB, right? He kind of used the same thing. Like he took Jimmy G to a Super Bowl, but now you have your guy. Can you do it again? And then does Pete Carroll still have it? Pete Carroll has been very stubborn about being a run-first team in a league where passing is at a premium. Does he still have it, or has time passed him by?
So, do you think the coach of the year comes from this division?
Ooh. No, I think it's going to be Mike Vrabel.
From the Tennessee Titans. Okay. I think my biggest storyline of this season comes down to the QB play and which QB is able to really continued success throughout the season. I think when you think about it, Russell Wilson, obviously, his first one comes to mind. It's, for him, he's going to start out really good, but over the course of the season, he's going to be able to continue that high stake of play, especially as you get into the postseason. I think when you look at either Trey Lance or Jimmy Garoppolo, which QB play is going to be stable enough to complement the defense to really put this team, back in, contention to maybe win a Super Bowl. Kyler Murray Is he going to be able to take that step, as a quarterback with all these weapons along, with a better defense to be able to get his team back into the playoffs and be able to make some noise? And Matt Stafford, you have your team, really good, offensive weapons are there, defense is there, offensive minded coach and Sean McVay. Is this the team that helps you, gets you over the hump? So whichever QB decides to kind of figure it out, I think that team's going to, look good. And, like I was saying earlier, all it takes is to win a few games outside the division. I think, ends up winning that division. Who do you have being your breakout player?
I drafted him in fantasy last year, and he did great with Nick Mullins as his quarterback. Brandon Ayuk. I'm expecting big things from Brandon Ayuk down in San Francisco. He's going to get a lot of touches in a lot of creative ways. He's going to rack up yards, touchdowns, and fantasy points. Yeah, that's my guy.
Brandon Ayuk. Oh, man.
You have him too?
No, that was a good one. Get this. I have my breakout player being Trey Lance.
Oh.
Yeah, I think, like I was mentioning earlier, I think it's going to be the 49ers' downfall is going to be a slow start, but I think once they get into a winning rhythm, it's going to be once they make the switch to Trey Lance. I think he's going to do the thing, and I think, oh man, the Niners are going to have them a quarterback. The Niners might have them a pretty decent quarterback at the helm there. So I think that's going to be my breakout player. What about your division MVP?
The MVP of this division until further notice is Aaron Donald.
Hey man, I'm not even going to argue that until someone can prove to me that a team knows how to guard him for 60 minutes. Division MVP all the way. He's unstoppable. He is both the brick and the hard place. Pause.
You got it. Also, when we're going to do awards predictions, he's Defensive Player of the Year. Again, until proven otherwise, Aaron Donald's Defensive Player of the Year.
Nah, because they got to give it to someone else every other year.
Nah, he's too dominant.
And he won it last year. He won it last year, didn't he?
He did, and he should have won it the year before, and he should have won it the year before.
Now they got to give it to someone else every other year, so it gives people incentive to keep watching. You got to think about it. It's marketing. I don't know. I think Defensive Player of the Year. Honestly, I think it's going to be like a corner or something. Corner or safety.
Hey, he got Jalen Ramsey behind him.
See? Anything else about the NFC West? I think we're both, in agreement here. It's going to be a pretty competitive division. I think across the board, it's going to take a few wins to separate top to bottom. So excited. I think a lot of their games, their thing is going to be how much they beat up on each other.
Yeah.
But I think, I have the Cardinals. I think you had the 49ers. It could be either or.
Well, I do have one more thing.
Go ahead.
Put a microphone on DeAndre Hopkins every week, and release the raw footage. I was watching Hard Knocks the other day, when he and D'Angelo Hall went off, and he broke D'Angelo's leg in half or whatever on that route. All he said was, "I fear God."
I fear God. He was.
I need that. I need that every week. Put a mic on DeAndre Hopkins. NFL Network, just have a separate feed. Like
I'm pretty sure they have a lot of footage, like audio on them. They just haven't released it, which, is their right. But I'd like a little bit more of it too. So, speaking of other NFL players, to wrap this thing up, I know we wanted to talk about a couple of specific quarterback battles. What I want to call out to start this thing off was the one in New Orleans last night. Y'all told us there was a QB battle between Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. I'm going to look into the camera and I'm going to say this real clear. Ain't no damn competition. Jameis is your starting damn quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. If you are a Taysom Hill believer, you're smoking crack and you need to stop it. Jameis Winston is the starting quarterback of that team, and you go with it. Damn it. Jameis,
you're being too
handle
kind.
your business. Handle your business. You can see now, and we can see you. Handle your business, Jameis.
I want to bring someone to the spotlight. PJ, are you in here tonight? If not, you'll catch us on the restream. You and all you Saints fans were in these streets telling me that Taysom Hill, a 32-year-old man who's just learning how to play quarterback at a professional level, was somehow better than a Heisman-winning national champion, number one overall pick, one of the very few people on this planet that have thrown for 5,000 yards.
5 G's.
And somehow the gadget man was supposed to be better than him.
Taysom Hill?
And you laughed at me. Y'all looked at me and said, you crazy, Taysom the starter.
Told him he was crazy.
Told me all y'all go to hell. Man. Jameis Winston is your starter. Them 2 drives he did. James the one.
Who was he throwing to? I want to give him some credit last night.
His name was Callaway.
You said what was his name?
I know his last name was Callaway.
Callaway.
That's how good Jameis did.
The next one up. Let me tell you something about the Saints. They always keep them a damn wide receiver.
Yes, they do. They gonna need one because Michael Thomas on his way out.
I think Michael Thomas on his Scottie Pippen ankle knee surgery or whatever.
Michael Thomas, if you're tired of playing for an organization that blows big games, pause, when it matters the most, head up north. You know where to go. That's another coach who's gonna look real scary in the light. Is Sean Payton. It's gonna get real spooky.
What about Nick Sirianni?
Nick Sirianni, first of all, don't be disrespectful. It's his first time as a head coach. Nick has not been dubbed some genius, some offensive guru. He's just some dude who got a job because he walked in and was cool. Y'all tell me Sean Payton is saying maybe it's all the Seans, Sean Payton, Sean McVay. Y'all keep telling me these Seans revolutionizing the game. Well, see what you look like now. Drew Brees not here to save you, Sean.
But Jameis Winston is.
But Jameis is. Build your offense around Jameis' strengths. Throw that thing down the field.
Yeah, let him slang it. Pause. While we're also talking about quarterback battles, y'all know a couple weeks ago when we previewed the AFC East, I had a lot of high praise on the Patriots, and I thought this was going to be the Cam Newton revenge tour. I'm now aware that Cam Newton has to miss about 5 days this week because of a COVID misunderstanding. If you were watching any of the Patriots preseason game, you probably saw Cam was looking all right. Mac Jones may be looking a little bit better than you would think a rookie is looking in the preseason. Cam, I still believe in you. But damn, Cam.
It's a sad day.
Damn, Cam. Yeah, we're not getting there, are we?
Getting where?
With Cam. We're not getting there.
I'm not saying that yet.
No,
this show believes in you, Cam. We're still
Yo. He was a problem at Auburn. He was a problem in Carolina. He's gonna be a problem in New England.
You're still Superman to us, Cam. I know that sounded kind of weird, but
nah, it sounded mad weird. But we ain't gonna talk on it. That was nasty. That was real nasty business you just said there. we gonna let it. We gonna let it slide. We gonna let it go. We're gonna let it go. Oh man. Danny Ocean, is that else we didn't cover today?
No, I just want to reiterate one more time that Vince, we are watching. Treat Bianca right.
Oh man. Yo, Danny Ocean, where can they find you on social, man?
They can find me on the Twitter machine at MadAds14. I've been a upset lately. One more thing. Did you watch the Spider-Man trailer?
Oh man, I want to talk about this Doctor Strange, brother. Seems to me like for a doctor, he don't be curing nothing, and instead always starting some chaos. So I think he's doing the plot of the white man. Welcome to my TED Talk.
Jesus, man. Just what the hell, man? Oh
no, I saw it. All jokes aside, I saw the trailer. Looked pretty good, man. I'm excited. You know, I love Spider-Man. I love everything about Spider-Man. Excited they're bringing back some of the old classic OG villains. So glad they're finding a way to kind of blend in the old with new. You figured that once, Disney, Marvel did the buyout of, Fox, whatever. So excited to get it. And hey, man,
I'm scared. I'm really scared.
There's nothing to be scared for. It's Marvel.
Because I hear you, but it's really hard to explain a multiverse to a casual fan.
Well, if you were watching,
I don't think Loki was good because they did not do the multiverse well.
Yeah, did you hate everything? Because I thought Loki was pretty damn cool.
Loki was okay. It's like Suicide Squad.
People who hate everything.
No, I love all the Spider-Man movies. I loved Endgame. I didn't love Iron Man 3. I'm looking forward to Shang-Chi. I just wasn't feeling.
Are you going to go see that in theaters? Or you?
I'm debating it. I might just call. I'm not that excited to see Shang-Chi. I might just cough up the 30 beans and watch it at home. Now, Spider-Man, yes. COVID be damn.
I might try to get me a little lady thing to pay for my tickets to go to Shang-Chi, and I might try to go to Spider-Man with. I don't know. I'll probably be with my family on Thanksgiving, so I might try to get my mom to pay.
Comes out December 17th.
Oh no, then I'll.
Spider-Man comes out around Christmas.
So does it come out like on Christmas?
No, it comes out like December 17th. I believe it's the 17th.
Oh, I might be able to go see it by myself then. I like going to. I might go see it with some homies too. I don't know. Okay,
see, I'm excited. December 17th. Yep, December 17th.
I'm excited. I'm gonna be there. Yo, yeah, Spider-Man was actually the last pre-COVID movie I saw. Spider-Man. What was the last one? Far From Home.
Yeah, classic. That was a great one. I have faith in Marvel. I'm just because like the whole premise, like that doesn't sound like Doctor Strange. Like it doesn't sound like he'd be that reckless just because a teen asked him to wipe his, the memory of the entire world.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He doing the plot of the white man.
Jesus. I should have never talked about Strange.
Because that motherfucker is Strange doing the plot of the white. You know what?
Shout out to Wong for leaving again. Wong always.
Wong is that friend, yo. Wong know when a night about to go wrong, and Wong ain't gonna be there. Well, yeah, Wong said, yo, y'all not gonna get me involved in the bullshit. Deuces.
Wong said, I don't talk to the police.
Yeah, man. I said he don't know police. Police too. Man. One, do not be there. Yo, make sure y'all follow the kid at Los DMX on Twitter, on Instagram. What other sports things happen? I think we got everything. How are you feeling about preseason football? Does it have you ready for actual football to start?
Of course.
They only get 3 preseason games, which makes sense. So essentially, they're playing the same number of games, except there's one more that counts for their overall season record. So
I do feel bad for Justin Fields after that hit he took. Like that Buffalo player, no one told that man it was preseason. He playing for a roster spot. Did you watch that game Saturday?
Oh man, I watched a little bit of it. I didn't see the hit, but when I saw the replay of it, I was like, man, whoever that was, Buddy is trying to make that roster. He gonna do it by any means.
I don't blame him. Good for him. Be careful.
No, I thought it was 17 games. I thought they were still playing 4 preseason games and then the full 17 game schedule. Now they essentially have the same number of games. It's just they have one less preseason game. So I'm like, oh, well, if that's the case, then it's kind of the same to most players then. So, hey, I hate this only one team gets the bye BS, but
Yeah, it sucks.
it is what it is, right?
That's what they agreed to.
It is what it is. All right, man. Do you got anything else on this? This is a good episode. We covered a lot.
Yeah,
It confuses me. It's going to confuse me for a little bit how we got to Sha'Carri Richardson to WWE, but
that can only happen here, and it made sense. It's not like it was just sporadic. It all came together.
Hey, last week we talked about how sharks don't know camels and camels sharks, which still holds up.
It still holds water. Like, I haven't thought of anything to top it. You got it, man. I'm just here. Like, this is you. I'm just here.
My second truth that's probably a truth is we don't know what all lives in the water, or aka the oceans.
Yes. Aquaman could be real, and we never know.
People, there could be a whole underwater civilization down there that we don't know about. Which I would laugh maybe for 100 days and 100 nights if that's true. Because I guarantee you they're not charging people for rent down there.
We the
only living beings charging folks to live on this damn floating ass rock that's getting us from point A to point B.
That's the truth.
Ain't that some shit? All right, man. That's all I got, people. Yo, continue to speak on it. Continue to show mad love. Holla at us on the TL when you see us, or anytime, really. We here. We see y'all. We love y'all. Speak on it, people. Episode 28. Adrian Peterson episode.
Yes, sir.
Peace. That's all you got from me.